We live. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Anyways, what the hell happened to my computer, bro? Hold on. This shit got cooked. Holy shit, bro. Bro. Why would okay, my computer's sick. But anyways, yeah, you see the title of the video, man. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Make sure you guys hashtag replay. Make sure you hashtag replay. Just got done with my leg workout for the day. You know what I mean? Locked in. So I was like, let me hop on here and talk about some stuff. All right, got to get some stuff off my chest, man. Got to get some stuff off my chest. But anyways, the funniest concept that I continually see, right, is because a lot of people do not hang around well, they're not like-minded because obviously you track what you are, but a lot of people who have not locked in, who don't understand basic shit when it comes to life, business, career, you know, working out, fitness, being in shape, all that stuff, they don't understand the concept that, holy shit, I think my Wi-Fi is out. I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm back. But back to what I was saying. A lot of people don't understand the concept that winners do not they just don't try to beat losers. Like, that's not what they're doing, right? They're literally competing with their past selves, and they're competing with other winners, yeah? But they're focused on becoming the best version of themselves. That's what it's about. That's what this journey is about. Because I be seeing the comments from people who are like, oh, I'm, you know, I could do this or I could do that, or, you know, I'm leaner than you. Or you'll have friends, when you start getting lean, they'll be like, oh, I know someone who's leaner than you and stuff like that. They'll start saying that shit. They're hating on you, right? Because every time they say, oh, I know someone who's leaner than you, but they're fat as shit, it's like, why don't they pay attention to themselves and congratulate your progress, or just leave it alone? You see what I'm saying? It's because they're hating, they feel threatened. You see what I'm saying? And they're always trying to compete with you. That's how losers think. They're always trying to compete with you and bring them down because they're not willing to bring themselves up. You see what I'm saying? Perfect. I was just looking for some to put on while I work out. Yes, sir. We locked in, man. But the thing is, once you really lock in, you get in shape, you start starting conversations in public, people start coming up to you, you know what I mean? You start having more success in business, in career, and dating, all that stuff. It just naturally comes with getting in shape. You're going to realize, as you surround yourself with like-minded people, make sure I like up the video. As you surround yourself with like-minded people, you're going to realize that, damn, like when people are actually locked in, they have the best positive vibes of all time and shit just be good. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said, when I see a negative comment, it'd be someone like, yo, man, like I'm a millionaire and I'm 10% body fat. Like I don't need, like, but they'll just say some shit. I'm like, bro, no millionaire who's 10% body fat is commenting negative shit. They just don't do it. It just is what it is, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because when you think positive, you do positive. So everyone who's locked in, doing what they need to do, getting lean, getting to the bag, stacking their bread, you know what I mean? Not letting people waste their time, not letting people disrespect them. All of those people, they're in good moods, right? Because they're taking care of what they can. They're controlling what they can. All right, bro, junk food used to taste good back when I was fat as life. I ate a slice of cake a few days ago and this shit tastes like plastic. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. 6 months from now, I won't have an anime PFP anymore. Good shit. You might as well change it. You might as well change it now. Get it started. I think my body's starting to reject processed foods since I'm consuming nothing but whole foods. That's how it is, man. That's how it works, man. When you start eating healthy, your body craves healthy foods. It's that simple. The more healthy food you eat, the more healthy food you crave. It's not that, you know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. Make sure you guys like up the video, by the way. Like up the video. But the more healthy food you eat, more healthy food you crave. Simple. But anyways, like I was saying, damn, well, I think I said in the video, I probably said it in this video, but like I was saying, a lot of people they just don't do anything. They watch my videos. I see them commenting on other people's videos. They're still fat as shit. They've been commenting for 6 years. I'll see a video from like 6 years ago. I'll be like, oh, okay, this was in my liked. I'll look at it, and then there'll be someone who's commented on one of my videos, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's been fat as shit for like 6 years, and they haven't done anything. It is what it is. Can you build muscle doing intermittent fasting? It's all about calories in, calories out, man. That's all it's about. So if you're in a surplus, if you're in a slight surplus or you're main gaining, then you can build muscle, but you don't have to do IF. But if you prefer doing intermittent fasting, then do it, but you don't have to do it. Luther, if it's the end of the day, didn't hit my protein calories, but I'm not hungry. Should I force feed? I'm in a calorie deficit. Thanks. Yeah, you might as well, because eventually, if you undereat one day in your calorie deficit, it's gonna catch up to you later. Like in a couple of days, you're gonna be hungry as shit, and then you'll be like, oh my God, I can't control my hunger. Oh my God. Or you can, if you undereat that day, then you get hungry a day later, or 2 days later, or 3 days later, and you're 200 calories under today or whatever, then you can eat that 200 calories the next, in 2 days. But to simplify it and eat the same thing every day, I would still eat, right? Because you want to separate how you feel and what you're eating, right? So if it's like, because in all honesty, the reason people can't build muscle is because they can't force feed, because they're always going based on how they feel. And the reason people can't lose fat is because they can't, have one hunger pang. So you got to just disconnect emotions and how you feel with what you're eating. If it says eat 2,100 calories, just execute that shit. Hi, bro. I'm new to the gym. Please give me some knowledge. My weight is that's so random. How's the boxing training going? It's good, man. It's good. I actually just did a session. What was it, last week? This session last week. You still in Bangkok? Nope. Hi, bro. I'm new to the gym. Give me some knowledge. My weight. Yeah, if you're new to the gym, just stay in the gym. Don't leave the gym. Be consistent. That's all you need to. That's the only advice you need is be consistent and take nutrition seriously. That's it. You do that shit, you're ahead of 99% of people. If you stay consistent in the gym, number one, and you pay attention to your nutrition, you're ahead of 99% of people, all right? It doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter how much information is out there. People do not have the discipline. When they go home, they don't have the discipline to eat what they need to eat. It is what it is. You can make all the excuses you want. It comes down to what you're eating on a daily basis. Most people just aren't gonna do it. They don't have it. They don't have it in them. They don't got the willpower, man. They're not serious about that shit. That's why I'm always focused on results. I'm about to make a video on this, by the way, because sometimes people ask me stuff like, "Hey, man, like, I don't know if I could do that." Yeah, this was when I first started online coaching. They're like, "I don't know if I could have an online coach because how are they going to hold me accountable?" Bro, fitness is about holding yourself accountable because an in-person coach is going to train you for 1 fucking hour and then you're going to go home and you're going to eat shit, right? And if you do eat shit, you're not getting results, right? So it comes down to changing your mindset and perspective, which is what online coaching is all about, so you can actually execute when no one is looking, because that's when you get the results. You get the results when no one is looking, right? When no one is looking and you're eating what you need to eat, you're hitting your protein number, that's where you get the results from. That's when the results fucking come in, all right? Like, everything you want is waiting at the finish line, like I always say. Everything you want is literally at the finish line. Simple, simple, simple. What are some effective ways to improve sleep/recovery time? If you want to improve sleep, turn off your phone, obviously. That's number one. You got to make sure you turn off your phone because that's probably number one for most people. And then have a sleep routine where you're like, okay, I sleep at 9 p.m., Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I sleep at 10 p.m. But have a sleep routine and plan to sleep 8 hours or at least 7 hours. Plan it out. People don't plan out sleep ever. And then they're like, oh my God, I can't sleep. It's like, have you structured your sleep? No. Have you taken melatonin, magnesium, glycinate? Have you taken some chamomile tea? Have you taken some ashwagandha? No, you haven't. Then you haven't tried hard enough. All right, you got to start thinking like, okay, I need to sleep and taking it seriously. Very seriously. All right, it is hard to compete with people when they don't even try, so I have to compete with myself. Amen. That's exactly what I said in the beginning, man. Appreciate the super chat, James. Appreciate the super chat, but that's exactly what it is, man. Like, when you hang around, like, that's what I be telling y'all, man. Y'all need to get on this body game shit so you can hang around winners, because the shit is, like, online is so interesting to me because people say just the most interesting things online, and I'm like, I don't even see these motherfuckers in real life, and I don't see negative vibes in real life. Negative vibes, I mostly see, like, on fucking line. I don't see that shit in real life. It doesn't exist in real life. Because it's these fat niggas on YouTube just typing shit. That's the only negative vibes I see. In real life, people be chilling, enjoying life, doing what they need to do. Ashwagandha ain't natural. This guy's an idiot. All right, if I sleep 8 to 9 hours, but I sleep at 4 a.m., 1 p.m., is it fine? If your schedule works like that, like if you're working overnights or you're working weird shifts, then that would be fine. You know what I mean? But you're only gonna have like 5 hours of sunlight. Yo, bro, I work right now. Got double session of jujitsu. After curious, what I should be eating after a long day? 5'9", 155, about 10% body fat. Love it. Well, if you're maintaining and you're doing jujitsu, then you could eat a fuckload of calories. Definitely more than you think. Definitely more than you think. So I'll just type it into a calorie calculator for sure and see exactly what your number is. How to manage hunger after a successful diet? You go to your new maintenance, all right? Don't stay in the cutting calories. Go to your new maintenance. So you should be adding like 600, 700 calories from wherever you're cutting. If you're in a 750 calorie deficit, add 700 calories, 600 calories, just depending. I've been a recluse for the past few years. Will body game help improve my social skills? Yeah, but you still got to go to, you still got to go to social events. You're just going to be received better because people are going to respect you more because of how you look. But you're also going to have to get comfortable with your physique, and then you're going to have to get comfortable in social situations, obviously, as well. That's why it's best to be, even when you're locked in, not to be a complete recluse. Be like semi. You could be a semi recluse, but you still got to go out and talk to friends, and you still got to go out with friends and stuff like that every once in a while. Because you stay locked in way too long, it's going to take you a while to pick up the social skills again. But they don't leave if you had them anyways. Hey, I've been on both sides, by the way. I've been on both sides. Bro, you should get natural supplements first. Get ashwagandha when you're older. Yeah, listen, you don't have a profile. Like, who is this guy with no profile? I'm going to get this guy out of here. It's just a fat fuck again. All right, I can't stand this. I can't stand these things, bro. Get off my shit, bro. All right, it's been 3 months, me training hard, so getting results in muscle way too quick. So is it good or harmful? Anyway, what do you mean you're getting muscle too quick? If you've been training for 3 months and you've never trained before, and this is your first 3 months of training, then you may have gained 10 pounds of muscle. That's max. That's max. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You gaining too much muscle. You can't gain too much muscle. You can gain a lot of weight. Like if you do a body fat scan and they show the muscle mass you've gained in 3 months, max it's gonna say is 10 to maybe 12 of lean body mass. If you just started working out, it's your first time working out ever, but you're not gaining like 30 pounds in 3 months or 20 pounds in 3 months or something, right? Realistically, you probably gain like 6 pounds in 3 months, and the rest of it is probably just fat. I eat a lot of calories and I be eating double quarter pounders. Sometimes I do burn a lot of calories, but is eating fast food once in a while sustainable, worth it for maintaining low body fat percentage? Listen, when you're low body fat percentage, if you've been there for a long period of time and you're very active, it's gonna be easier to maintain. But throwing in those McDonald's and shit like that, that's gonna make you crave more unhealthy foods, right? Unless you set out like a cheat day and you literally set out a cheat day, like, okay, this is my cheat day for the week, or this is my first cheat day in like 6 months or something like that, and then you kind of eat whatever. Because you'll still be lean. Because realistically, bro, like I said, if you're lean and you've been lean for a while, and you just finished a workout and you're doing boxing and you forgot to eat during the day, you could pretty much eat whatever the fuck you want to. All right, but most people aren't at that point. If you're at a low body fat percentage, you're at that point. Most people aren't at that point. So when people ask that question, I usually say no because they're 20+% body fat. But if you're like 10, 8, 9, you already know. You can fucking. You could eat. You could have days where you eat whatever, but you're gonna stay on track because you're the leanest version of yourself, anyways. Let's see. How long did it take to see results when you was heavy? If you want to see results and you're heavy, lock in, test your body fat, and then get leaner. Here's the thing: a lot of people equate time or like weight with how their results are gonna look. It's like, yo, just drop body fat, bro. Just drop body fat. Like some people are like, 220 pounds, which is not bad, except they're 40% body fat. Someone else is 220 pounds and they're 20% body fat. So the person who's 220 at 20% body fat, when they get to 200, they're going to be closer to 10%. So they're going to be like, oh, these results are crazy. The person who's 40% is going to be like, still like 25% when they're at 200. So they're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's not working. So it depends on your body fat percentage. That's why I will say that. The fuck he mean ashwagandha ain't natural, bro? Bro, yeah, I don't have time for those niggas, man. There's so many people. There's so many weird ass dudes, bro. There's so many weird ass dudes that be saying shit. And I'm like, bro, go touch grass, bro. It'd be weird. Listen, when it really comes down to it in real life, I know these people in real life are just like, they're one of those people that are just like, fuck. Oh my God, it's a girl. Oh my God, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm scared. And they're just fat as shit. And their mom comes in the room like, wash the dishes. It's just like, it's crazy. Being jacked naturally really possible though. Yeah. But it depends on what look you're going for. Like, you going for super jack look or you going for lean aesthetic look? Whatever look you want, you can attain it. You just got to put your mind to it, to be honest. Do machines build fake strength in comparison to free weights? What would you recommend? Mixture of both, for sure, for aesthetics. But machine, I mean, if you're strong with compound movements and free weights, you're going to be strong on machines. If you're strong on machines, you might not be as strong on free weights because they use more core, but it depends on if you're training for strength. Stay natty and build your own testosterone. Yeah, I mean, you already know, natty gang, man. I train once a week. Free weights, is that good? That's got to be a joke. All right, yo, 6'4", 185, 13%. Is that good? I mean, if you got it tested via InBody or like DEXA, then that's pretty solid. Body fat percent 15. Should I go recomposition or cutting? Finish the cut and then start to build muscle. Progress got a bit slow. Lost 70 pounds this year. Still want to lose. I don't care about weight, man. Remember body fat, man. Remember body fat, man. Y'all be losing too much weight. Because a lot of people lose so much weight. I'm not talking about you specifically, but I've just seen it thousands of times at this point because I've been doing this shit for 10 fucking years, right? But obviously I've been seeing shit before that too. But for too long, too many people will lose like 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds. Like 20 pounds of fat being lost while maintaining/gaining muscle is way more impressive than 100 pounds of fat and muscle lost because you're going to look saggy. You're going to look like a bag of milk, right? Then you're going to be like, oh my God, I lost 100 pounds. People are going to look at you like, oh, wow, you look like shit. You know what I mean? And then you have a look that you're trying to attain. But now since you lost weight too fast, it's going to be like, damn. Like up the video, man. Like up the video. My man coming through with the yapathon. Always, bro. Always. Free weights are good. Just make sure. Oh, free weights are good. Just make sure you get your compound listening. D1 Yapper. Hey, yo. Yeah, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. When I'm coming to Houston, I was gonna slide there. I'm waiting on my boy, man. He's getting bro's about to have body dysmorphia, bro. Bro's at like fucking 9% body fat. He's about to get to like 7 and be like, dog, I think I'm still fat. I'm like, nigga, hurry the fuck up, bro. But yeah. Once we get the boy, once I get settled on everything, in my new spot, then I'll slide to Houston and we'll have I want to have like a meetup and everything though. I gotta have my boy come over too. Are you rapping or talking? That's got to be racially motivated, son. Not sure about that one. Does your chest grow more with incline bench or flat bench? Definitely incline dumbbells, incline Smith, and fucking push-ups, to be honest. What's your 3 favorite meals to stay lean? Ground beef, ground turkey, fucking steak. Like, that's the easiest shit. That shit's that's way too easy, bro. It's just too easy. Like, anyone who gets fat eats the same thing as people who eat lean. It's just different cuts. All right. You eat steak if you're getting fat. You're just eating, like 3 ribeyes, and then you're eating fries. You know what I mean? Is it a huge visual difference from 13 to 10? Yes. It's a pretty big difference, bro. 15 to 10 is an insane difference. Like 25 to 20, but like 15 to 10 is crazy. It's insane. When you lose weight, you invariably lose muscle too, but to keep muscle loss to a minimum, keep lifting throughout. Yeah, you're not gonna lose as much muscle though. Like, for example, my like I told you guys, I already told you guys this shit, but I just had a client, he's in a deficit, but he's in a slight deficit. So he gained 9 pounds of muscle back while losing 2 pounds of fat. So the scale difference is 2 pounds, but he did all that shit. Like he dropped 7% body fat. So it's definitely possible. What's up, Luther? What exercise would you suggest the junior, I don't know what that means, reach 10% thanks to your content? Good shit. If you do me, we definitely pull up. Good shit. Okay, bet. I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna put that shit in the Patreon though. The Patreon. I'm starting the Patreon today. Like I said, it's gonna be up by next week or whatever. It's just. I got some body game stories with my brother on there, but then I got some online coaching training stuff, and I got some other shit. Cause I know people be having questions about dating app questions and all this other shit. So I was like, you know what? I've been doing this shit longer than most fucking people. Listen, I was doing this shit back in 2017, when motherfuckers was like pulling up in the club and shit. I was running the fucking online shit. My brother was still doing the in-person stuff. But that's going to be on the Patreon. I am from India, so I have to concentrate what you are saying because you are saying fast. This is the slowest I could talk, bro. Not gonna lie, this is the slowest I could talk. Speaking of what you should do with body dysmorphia, went from 15 to 10 and still feel like I can grind harder. I mean, that's just ambition, though. That's ambition. That's like Kobe Bryant. Is the body pod reliable at all? It is, but like it's inconvenient because don't you got to go like underwater or some shit? And I think it's more expensive than the other ones. The more muscle you build, the leaner you will look at, higher body fat percentage. But it takes time. Yeah, but people don't. Time is people's op. All right, people don't want to take time to do anything. To be honest, listen. Most of my clients get results faster than I do. However, I'm just patient as shit, right? So I was like, okay, if I lose 1 pound, I'm good. If I lose 1 pound of fat, I'm good, right? But when clients first start off, you got to change their perspective because it's like a lot of times I lose 10 pounds of fat, purely fat, in like 4 to 5 weeks, and they'll be like, I'm not doing enough. I'm like, nigga, you're losing way faster than I did, and it's pure fat, literally, pure fat. Investing in a home gym a good idea? Of course it is if you're gonna work out in it. Is the muscle growth primarily based on your protein? You're getting sleep calorie, but eating super high. I don't know what the hell. There's like no commas in that bitch. My testosterone dropped the leaner I got, assuming it was because I cut for so long. Did a refeed week. Now it's 12%. We'll start next cut on Sunday. No. I mean, if you do a long cut with up and downs, of course your testosterone is gonna go down. But is your testosterone outside of normal limits? You just gotta push through and get down to your goal, and then you go to main gaining. Once you main gain, and you should be keeping your fats high anyways. But once you main gain, and when you refeed, you can't gain body fat from refeeding you said a refeed week. Well, if you ate at maintenance, just higher carb, you can't gain fat from a refeed week, unless you went over, for a week. But then it's depends on how much you went over as well. But anyways, you're supposed to cut down. Make sure you're optimizing testosterone, keeping your fats high. And then once you reach your goal, then you just eat at your new maintenance. Once you eat at your new maintenance, you'll have so much more calories that your testosterone will start to go back up. All right. You do have to avoid easy shit to overeat, like cereal, cookies, sweets, etc., because it'll be hard to track and unhealthy. That's a good point. And that's a reason why like tracking calories is so important, because everyone is gonna start at that point where they're like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna try eating Pop-Tarts and this is that. It's like, okay, go ahead and try it. It is a good learning experience. Then you try to eat, like you eat a good day of eating. You do like sweet potatoes, steak, you do the eggs, you do whole wheat bread and stuff like that. And then you feel full that day. The next day you're like, let me throw in some Pop-Tarts and Oreos. those are going to eat up so many of your calories and you're not going to feel full, and they're hyper palatable, so you're going to be craving more, and they're going to spike your insulin. So there's just so much wrong with them, and your sugar's going to be high as hell, and you're probably going to be a little bit more bloated. So there's a lot of drawbacks of the, throwing in like the Pop-Tarts and the processed goofy shit. It's going to make you hungry as shit. Because you're like, you know what, let me just have 3 Oreos. And then you eat 3 Oreos, you're like, what the hell? Like, there's no way. Went from 10.8 to 12.1. I wouldn't measure body fat every week though. That's too often. And there could be a lot of variations like water weight. That's way too often. I would just, cause if I had a refeed week where I ate like 7,000 calories a week, my muscles would look more full. I would look better on camera. And there's no way that I gain like significant amount of fat, you know what I mean? Cause my lifts would go up as well. However, I could see that if I went to go get my body fat tested, there could be some water weight fluctuations, because sometimes those body fat tests, they go based on your water weight. Yo, been on that gym grind last few weeks, eating right. Yes, sir, man. Hey, it's a lifestyle. You got to take care of your body just like you take care of your car, man. Not gonna lie, Luther, the BP theory is real. Seen people lose weight and still look cooked in the face. Truth is your face. Card is a big thing. Abs and body fat percentage is cool. Chicks don't give a fuck unless you're obese. Whatever you say, man. Hey, whatever you say, man. Hey, I've seen dudes with the coldest physiques, pretty cooked faces, and they pulling, bro. They pulling because they got the confidence from showing up every day. But the physique is cold though. It's like shoulder waist ratio is crazy, all right. And that's what turns chicks on. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Now, as far as cooked, if you're talking about like they just have an insane nose and they just have like pimples everywhere or some shit like that, and they just have like a patch on their head, then that's just like lack of self-care too, all right? So it depends. Because if you take care of yourself overall and you have some pride to you, right, and you have some confidence because you actually you're on a self-improvement journey, then it does, like you're gonna get chicks, bro. Now, a lot of people who got way more potential than me and my homeboys and my brothers, they just stay fat, and they're like, oh, my face is cooked. You're fat. Your face is gonna be fat when you're fat. Cool. All right. And then they don't take care of the face. They don't get haircuts, so they have pimples everywhere. They don't eat right, so they have pimples everywhere. So it's like, listen, if you want to be a victim, you can be a victim. All right. Obviously, your face is gonna matter to some extent, but that's something you can work on unless you're actually super cooked. Like if you're super cooked in the face, like literally like your nose is going that way or some shit, and your eyes are like far apart or some shit like that, then yeah. But most people are not like that. Usually the average dude who's like 30% body fat, they just have a fat face. They don't take care of themselves. And if they got lean, guess what? Their face leans out, and now they look like a model. It's like that fucking simple. People just don't do that shit. No, like, niggas is lazy. Most people who tell me, man, your face is all that matters, they're 30% body fat. So it's like, nigga, you shouldn't be able to say anything. Or they're 20% body fat or some shit like that. Like, you should not be able to say anything. I don't want to hear anything from them. All right, it's the people who don't want to put work in. So they make goofy ass excuses. Or they're like, well, everyone can't get lean. Everyone can't. I mean, everyone is not going to get lean. Most people are not going to get lean, but anybody can get lean. It is what it is. Like, people act like getting lean is like this guessing game. No, nigga, just fucking track what you're eating and stop eating so much. I'm currently 100 kgs, fasting, doing cardio, planning to start 139 kgs. No, just lift weights and focus on fat loss, bro. Right now you're looking at weight loss. Weight loss, no, don't focus on weight loss. If you focus on weight loss, you're gonna lose some muscle, metabolism's gonna slow down, and then you're not gonna have the physique that you want at the weight at your weight goal, because you're going on based off weight. Yeah, listen. The face card stuff. Obviously, a face is gonna matter somewhat, but it's people don't understand. It's the overall package of like your energy. That's number one. The confidence that you carry yourself with, based on you actually keeping commitments to yourself, and obviously the scenario too, because there's different scenarios. Like if you're a bartender at a bar, then you feel me. I've met some bartenders at the bar, and those niggas told me some fucking stories. The bouncers at the clubs, they told me some fucking stories, bro. So yeah. It's not that deep. Amen, bro. Amen. But listen, like I said, most dudes, by the way, I seen this shit. It was weird because someone asked me, no, not someone, multiple people asked me on like my TikTok live, this was like 2 years ago, about like, oh, face card, this is that, this is that. And I went to the profiles, they're fat as shit. So I was like, you don't even know your face's potential until you get lean. Because once you get lean, you eat what you need to eat, you get some sunlight, you stop eating shit, your pimples go away. And then guess what? Your face is gonna get slimmer, right? And then right after that, I saw someone on FitX's show talking about, oh, I don't know, man, I don't think I could get girls. He was fat as shit. I was like, bro, you're fat. Like, that's problem number one. And if a dude has confidence issues or he's depressed, it's because he's fat. That's all it is. So just get lean, all right? Like, nobody that I know that's locked in doing what they need to do ever says like, man, this sucks because my face, because they're lean. So they never say anything like, oh, I can't get chicks. They're lean. They don't give a fuck. They're getting chicks. They're like, damn, these chicks need to get off me. Every conversation I have with my boys or my brothers, anybody, about like, if they're talking about chicks, it's always abundance, not scarcity. All right, a lot of you guys got that fucking scarcity mindset and shit. It's like, oh, girls care about this, care about that. Bro, the only people who think like that, like I said in the title, winners versus losers, only people who think like that are losers that say stuff like, face card matter, blah, blah. It's just losers, bro, because I don't even fucking think about that shit, because it's like, what the fuck? You level up, you good, bro. Bus driver, I can say the same thing. Women are just as visual as us. Of course, bro. Body game over face card. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting. That's just from what I see. Cause okay, so when I was with my friends way back in the day, right? I started working on my face card a little bit, had a haircut. I was still skinny as shit, though. I was skinny as shit, right? And there was this dude, he had like a scar on his face. He literally had a scar on his face, bro. And he was like, he looked pretty retarded, but his physique was cold as shit. He got all the fucking chicks, bro. He literally got all the freaking chicks. Yeah, I've heard of finasteride for hair. I've heard of that. Tate said you're not fat because you're depressed. You're depressed because you're fat. Amen, bro. Amen. Facts. Facts, Jason. Facts. Because at the end of the day, bro, like anybody who says negative shit, anybody who has issues, it's just niggas that's not in, bro, niggas that's not in the game, bro. Like, listen, here's the thing, bro. Having like, it is what it is, man. It's just like people need to be in abundance mindset, because the thing is, like, a lot of times people will say stuff to be like, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Girls like this, girls like that. And they haven't even dated like 200 chicks, bro. I'm like, who, bro? I don't know anyone who hasn't dated at least 200 chicks, bro. So you guys say stuff and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, bro. I don't know, bro. Y'all just be saying stuff and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. All right. How do I build credit history besides buying a car? Just become someone with good credit, bro. Mentally become someone with good credit. So with your credit card, put all your bills on credit cards, right? And then just pay it off with your debit card or pay it off with your debit card or your bank account. That's all you got to do. All right. Simple, simple, simple. Nah, bro, of course your body matters, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know why you guys have these arguments, these conversations. This shit, I don't fucking care, bro. I don't fucking care. Most people just struggle with being fat as shit and not being locked in as far as like taking care of their face. If you wash your face at least fucking once a year, you're already ahead of most people. I swear people don't wash their face. Listen, I've had people come on calls. I'm like, this nigga didn't wash his face this morning. You feel me? Wash your face, haircut, just basic shit like that. You want kids? Hell no, bro. I've been bulk for 3 years. I'm just not cutting after benching 350, squatting 425. Lifting 525 and putting on 40 pounds of muscle. I still had to track calories. It's not hard. Bulk, I mean, listen, what you just said is crazy. You said you've been bulking and tracking calories. Nobody does that shit, right? So it is actually hard. Trust me. People be lying. They be like, oh, I'm bulking, and they just binge eat. So good thing you track calories and you stay locked in, because that's tough for most people. I ain't gonna lie. Best first credit card to get. You just get what you can, because when you start off at credit, when you start, because since I started the credit shit, yo, I probably raised my shit by like 400, bro, on some crazy shit. But like I think that shit's maxed out now. But anyways, the first thing they're gonna let you get is like, if your credit is cooked like mine was when I first started, they're only gonna let you get like fucking credit 1. You're only gonna have that available to you, bro. You're not gonna have the Amex available. You're not gonna have the Chase shit. You're not gonna have the highest capital ones like the venture card and shit. They're not gonna approve you. So if you're cooked, then you just start at the bottom. You start with what you can. It matters when you post online and you're ripped versus you being fat. And posting, you'll be competing with other dudes in shape, and you'll be cooked. Well, I mean that, yeah. With physique, with physique, that I mean that shit matters. But the thing is, bro, like y'all don't understand. Like ever since it's literally 2025 right now. I've been literally doing this shit like all this body game shit that I didn't know was a word. I've been doing this shit since like fucking 20. Like I've been noticing since 2016 and analyzing all this shit since 2016. And then that includes posting and shit like that. Like I said, if I wasn't on Body Game, then guess what? I wouldn't be posted on the Shade Room. If I wasn't on Body Game, I wouldn't be posted on all these different pages. My friends wouldn't be posted on pages. All this shit, bro. It is what it is. It's that simple. Is it reasonable to lean bulk at 3,000 calories at 6'4"? I can't exactly rely on a calculator because of metabolic. You actually can rely on a calculator. You can. But yeah, it depends on, I don't know your activity level. I don't know your muscle mass. I would just get a DEXA. I would get a DEXA scan to know where you are, because a lot of people want to lean bulk and they be 20% body fat. And I'm like, hey man, your weight isn't high, but your fat is high. So a cut would make more sense. Yeah. If your credit's super low, bro, but you could do a bank card. You should do a bank card. So whatever bank you have, do a card with them. But if your credit's super cooked, then they're only gonna let you get credit one. But you better pay that shit off every fucking time. And it's gonna take time. Yeah, get Chase if you can. Get Chase if you can for sure. But if you're anywhere near my fucking old shit, like if your credit is cooked, like you did something or you had like some delinquency or something, you're gonna get rejected by everybody. So it's gonna be like credit one's gonna be your only choice. What would you advise a client that is experiencing hair loss to do about it? Bro, you can go get a fucking hair transplant, or you can do the minoxidil finasteride. You can do that, but if that doesn't work, then yeah, just go get a hair transplant. It's self-improvement. It is what it is. Or if you want to go with the look, go bald. I would probably go bald because, you know, my name's already Luthor, like Lex Luthor. So I'll probably go bald and just beard it out then at that point. I look so young. Like what? Like I'm 20? Get anything and pay. Yeah, get whatever you can. I'm just saying, if your shit's cooked, you're gonna have to get credit one. If you can get a Chase card, Capital One, then that would be a little bit better. My bank has secured. I have to use my own money. Oh, bro, that means you're like day one then. I mean, that means you're like day one of using credit. Just be patient, bro. Shit takes time. In your opinion, what's the ideal body fat percentage to maintain where you still look lean, but it's also relatively easy to sustain long term? Relative to sustain, like easy to sustain long term, it depends on the person. It literally depends on the person, because listen, some people are like, they call themselves foodies and they just go, they're very social and they're in a lot of environments where they eat a lot of food, or they want to eat a lot of food, and they just have a lot of temptations all the time. It depends on your environment, on your mindset, because you can maintain anywhere from 7 to 15, depending on your mindset. It just depends on your mindset. People will say 7 is not possible, 10 is not possible. It's just their mindset. Some people will even say 15 is way too low. It depends on your mindset. I've seen people do all of them. But the new DEXA report just dropped. Top 1% is 14.3. Body fat, it's cooked. Hey, y'all gotta remember, like the body fat shit, it be a lot of the lean people. Some of those lean people be skinny too, with not a lot of muscle mass. So hey, you feel me? I tracked an 8 clean because I noticed I wouldn't recover well or make any gains from eating like shit. Amen. Amen. You drink caffeine. I notice I hold on to water weight when I do, but it keeps in a deficit. Yeah, caffeine is actually a diuretic. So if you're holding on to water weight, it means you're not drinking enough water. So then your body is like, oh my gosh, we have a diuretic and we don't have enough water, so let's hold on to more water. That's what's happening. So drink more water. Because caffeine should flush you out, honestly. And of course I drink caffeine. Of course. Of course. Should I drink 20 grams of creatine? 20 grams is crazy. Actually, I think some people do that. I think some people load up on 20 grams. I don't really care about creatine, bro. If you're someone who's just trying to build something, you're not like you're not trying to be stage ready or nothing. All you have to do is just work out and lift weights, protein. Like I say, it's never that deep. The people who complicate shit, it's really not that deep, bro. It's really not that deep. Supplements to sleep better, MAG, glycinate, melatonin, and ashwagandha, obviously. But that dude that was above said that it's not natural. Remember, he was like, oh my God, ashwagandha is not natural. Fucking dumbass people, bro. People who don't even work out, bro. Listen, like I told y'all, it's so weird to me that some people watch my videos, they don't even fucking work out. Why are you watching my videos, bro? They don't work out. They haven't talked to a chick in like 10 years and they watch my videos. You can't relate to it. Why are you watching it? This shit's weird to me. And then they comment and I'm like, bro, why are you commenting on my video? You like, what are you doing, bro? That shit is so weird to me, bro. That shit is so weird to me. You vote with social energy. They make it complicated to sell coaching and workout plans. You see what people don't realize about coaching? People think that coaching is just a plan. It's changing people's mindsets and giving them access to the right perspective. That's what it really is. Because that's why I did coaching. That's why I signed up for coaching. It's because like I don't know the mindset that these people have that are making like $1 gajillion a month. So I was like, I need to be around their mindset. Because in real life, you're not seeing that mindset. All right, that's basically what it is. I watched them before I hit the gym. Cool. Let's see. Hey, bro, I'm 18 in college and don't have a lot of money. Hey, bro, you got a lot of self-awareness for an 18-year-old. I ain't gonna lie, because I was retarded at 18. I swear to God. Like I was just cooked at 18, bro. I didn't even know. I was so cooked I didn't even know I was cooked. I don't know how you guys know that you're like kind of cooked at 18. That's a good first step. I didn't know I was cooked till I was like 20. I was like, damn, I've been cooked for this long. Why would you get insecure if you don't get money at 18? Life doesn't start for men until they're 35. All right, your prime is gonna start at 35, period. It's simple. So 18 to 35, you're just experimenting, learning, and gaining value, gaining experiences, building yourself up. That's all it is. Your life doesn't start till you're 35, bro. That's why you'll see chicks in like Miami and Las Vegas and Los Angeles. They'll say stuff like, they'll be like, oh, he got to be 28 or older. I only date 28 and up. Simple. All right, not gonna lie, bro. You probably seen a lot from being a corrections nurse. Cooked to kick the fire, no clout to clout, fat to skinny. Bro, listen. As a nurse, I've worked in 30 different facilities, bro. Like half of those were psych and detoxes. The other half were like SNFs, nursing homes, shit like. So I've seen and I've worked at Walmart and Target way back in the day, and I've had like a gajillion jobs, and I worked at hella gyms. I've seen like everything, bro. I'm an old head. I feel like girls care that I don't have a nice car and stuff, No. I mean, listen, if you try to leave with that, then yeah. Listen, most of the chicks I even dated didn't even know what kind of car I drove, right? And then we started dating, they would look at my Instagram, they'd be like, oh, I didn't know you had that car. Because we just meet at the spot, and I'm like, okay, slide to the crib or something like that, or slide to the crib, or some shit like that. It's like, if you focus on that, if you focus on what you don't have, you're gonna be in a lack mindset, and you're gonna be insecure about what you don't have, when in reality, you gotta focus on what you do have, and lead with that. While you're working on what you don't have, because bro, how many times I'm going to tell you guys this story? I was telling chicks, right, especially when I was first getting really lean, like with a lot of muscle mass. So that was like a couple years ago. I was like in between the 190 to 193, and that was my first time being that lean with all the tats and shit like that. I was getting hit up by hella chicks on Instagram. I was telling all the chicks, I was like, oh yeah, I don't got my own spot. And shit, my car is kind of broken down right now. They'll be like, oh, that's fine, I'll come pick you up. Oh, that's fine, this is that. Like, so they don't care about that. Bro, I'm 14% body fat, trying to get to 12. But I'm at a point wondering if it's worth it, bruh. Can't you have a six pack at 15, or will it be more worth it for sustainable lifestyle? If you have abs at 15, I mean, most people can if you have a like high muscle mass. Like if you've been training for 3+ years, consistently hitting your protein, and then the main gain, then you should have enough muscle to have abs around 15%. But if you want to get to 12 or 10, then do it, bro. But like usually when you get to 14, your mind starts playing tricks on you and saying stuff like, oh my God, is this worth it? I don't even like fitness. Fuck this shit. That's your mind playing tricks on you. If you need to, take a refeed day, or if you've been cutting for a long period of time, take a maintenance week. I'm talking to this girl right now, and in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking about all that stuff, I know I shouldn't. If you think about that stuff, you're gonna start talking about it, or you're gonna give off the energy, and then she's gonna sense it, and then she's gonna leave you. And then you're gonna say, see, it's because of that, but it's not really because of that. If you're eating at a restaurant, do you guesstimate your calorie intake? If I'm at a restaurant that's not in America, then yeah. But if you're in a restaurant in America, there's gonna be a menu with the calories on it, like most restaurants, like the Chili's and the Outbacks and the Longhorns and I think even Ruth Chris has that shit. But like most of the restaurants have the calories on there. But then if it's an 8-ounce sirloin, it's gonna have as many calories as an 8-ounce sirloin. You know what I mean? Unless it just comes out so buttery. Let's see. Where we at? Find a skill. That's the wrong one. You say protein shakes or replacement? What does it say? What do you think about meal replacement shakes, or should I stick to actual food? If you're gonna drink a protein shake, just have it with like you can have it as a snack. That's what I would do. Like if I have a protein shake, I'll have it with, like some almonds or something like that, because there's fiber in that. It's gonna help with digestion. And then I'll get some vitamins and minerals in it too. 800 calorie deficit right now on 3 day going strong, 180 gram protein, 2100. Solid. Easy money. Yeah, if you're having protein shakes, just pair it with a snack. Like you can pair it with an apple, pair it with a banana or something. I like to do that for digestive purposes, because banana's gonna have prebiotics, a little bit of fiber. Apples have fiber. Nuts got prebiotics and magnesium, fiber, all that. Yeah, I mean you're 18 though, so you're still young, man. You're still young. At least you're thinking, bro. I promise, I'm not even capping. When I was 18, I was not thinking. I don't even know what I was doing. I was literally just lost in the sauce, bro. I don't know if it's worth it because I like having cheat meals here and there. I know that sounds weak, but I have a 4-pack at 14%. My fave is good, but anything more is annoying. Any mindset tips? No. You're being honest with yourself right now. That's the most important thing, because if you're doing it for you, you got to think about what you want to do. Do you want to be around 15% and then still have your cheat meals here and there, go out with friends, still have your cheat meals and maintain? Or do you want to be, super shredded and locked in? Because realistically, that's why I be making videos about most people won't get lean. Because once you get to, like, getting below 20 is like, believe it or not, that's still pretty rare, but like that's way easier than getting below the 15s and then getting to the 10s, because then you have to really lock in, and it's like, okay, well, I can't eat out here, I can't eat out there, I gotta go to sleep now, I gotta have a hunger pain here and there. Like most people just aren't willing to do it. So just think about what you want to do for your lifestyle, because it's conducive with some people. It's like, it's not worth it for me, because I like to go out with my wife and do this and do that. So it's up to you. Because I'll push people who want to go there, but if you don't want to go there, I'm not gonna try to push you there. Because then why would I do that? Like if you're like, nah, I'm straight at 14, I got a 4-pack, and I'm enjoying life. That's cool. And that's like what I said earlier. Like sometimes people would be like, I've been on a few phone calls over the years, right? And this would happen sometimes with women. They'd be like, so like, how are you gonna know that I'm doing the workouts and I'm doing what I need to do? I'm like, it's your results, not mine. I'm lean. My other clients are getting leaner. If you don't want to get lean, then don't fucking sign up. Like, I'm not gonna force you to do the work. You see what I'm saying? Because if I have to continue to force you to do the work, that means you don't want to do it in the first fucking place. So why would I make you do some shit you don't want to do? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. How do you maintain positive and confident mindset in life? I mean, you're still young. You're literally 10 years straight, starting at like 18, learning from failure, basically, just failing every day, but still reading books. All that stuff's gonna help you. Hunger pangs and cravings cause people to give in, which is nothing you can choose to ignore and enjoy, not fully bloated all the time. Facts. You ever feel anger and resentment due to how you're treated before getting on body game? No, bro. It's just life. It's life. Everyone knows that, what is worth having, comes hard. It comes with hard work. But everyone waits at the finish line. Everything is at the finish line, like I always say. So when you're not on body game, you're not at the finish line, right? So you're gonna get treated like shit. It's just, we're an appearance-based society. We treat people like shit too. You feel me? Like subconsciously, you'll like judge people or say some negative shit about someone who is not at the finish line, and you won't even know it. Let me see. People always be underestimating their body fat percentage. The scales are inaccurate. I mean, listen, the scales. Oh, if you're talking about like the scales you step on, or I'm gonna say the in bodies are they're pretty accurate, and so are the DEXA scans. They're pretty accurate. They're gonna be definitely better than just taking your weight. You know what I mean? They're gonna be way better than taking your weight. And then also it's a good way to progress as well, because then people have a reference point. And it's way more accurate than stepping on the scale. Those scales that you buy on Amazon, they're like $100. They have like the body fat. Those are inaccurate. Yes, bro. Thanks. Honestly, with your self is key. All preference. I want to lose a little bit more fat. I'm facing neck, but it's just costing no cheat meals ever again. No. I mean, ever again. That's like you could definitely have cheat meals still when you get lean and then you eat at maintenance for sure. Do you let go of bad things or add in a ton of good things? I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. I don't know what that sentence means, bro. Literally have no clue what that sentence means. But anyways, we still got some time. We still got a little bit of time. Habits: drinking, lifting, running, diet. Oh. I mean, drinking is just non-negotiable. I'm not fucking drinking unless it's one glass of red wine every 3 months or some shit like that. But I'm not drinking. Doctor didn't let me go for a DEXA scan. Seriously? Yeah, definitely go get a DEXA or InBody because it's impossible to guess. It's literally impossible to guess, like based off like ChatGPT. Did you go to the Cardi concert? Shit was fire. No, I never really been to a concert. Surprisingly, I know I'm gonna get roasted, but no, I never been to a concert. Nurse Luther Ratchet. Hey yo. Listen. I learned. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you're a and they say that, oh well, you're gonna be the security today as well. Well, every time you work, you're the security as well. And it's like, you know what? I just signed the contract, and you guys didn't say that, but now you guys said that. Fuck, I got to deal with it. So you just like, it's just crazy. It's just brazy, man. What made you want to go from 12 to 10%? I just wanted to be shredded, man. I wanted to push myself, to be honest. And I mean, at 12%, obviously, I mean, even at 15 to 18%, I was already on body game, and already people like being like, oh shit, you look crazy. Oh, how you do this? How you do that? And asking me questions already. Once you get down to 10, that's when you get like the steroid accusations. But I just wanted to be leaner. Just wanted to be leaner, push myself. How many cheat meals do you have a week? Oh no. A week is crazy. Having cheat meals every week is gonna hold you back because it's just a mathematical equation. You can't have cheat meals every week. But if you reach 10% and then you eat at maintenance, you know what I mean? You can structure your weekend zigzaggy, like while you're eating at maintenance. You can eat calorie deficit Monday through Friday and then eat in the surplus Saturday and Sunday. Easier said than done. You need extreme discipline. But yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. You can't be having cheat meals every week and losing. That's like impossible. You should be gaining fat if you're having cheat meals every week. How does drinking actually affect your body game? It really slows down fat loss, and then it increases muscle loss as well. If you keep drinking, you'll see. But no, if you have like one drink every 3 weeks, I guess that's not bad. But if you're drinking constantly, I mean, shit, you're gonna start getting that gut. Yeah, see, that's why I hate sometimes trying to get to 12% because I can't have any cheat meals. I mean, yeah, cheat meals is a mindset though. Like when you're locked in, you're the leanest version of yourself. You're not having cheat meals. You know what I mean? Because if you want constant cheat meals, that means you're still looking at food as a reward and as enjoyment. Eating is literally just for fuel. That's what it's for. You're not eating for enjoyment. However, you are going to enjoy your meals because it's going to taste good, but you're not, eating for dopamine hits. If you want cheat meals, you're still eating for dopamine hits. You're still addicted to food. You have to control all your addictions. Like I said in that video, what was I going to say? Your desires are the root of your suffering. All right. So when you don't desire food and you control food, then you're not going to be, you're not going to be like, oh my God, like I need this cheat meal. It's like, no, I said I was going to eat 2,100. I'm eating 2,100. Said I was going to eat 2,700. I'm eating 2,700. If YB was fat, y'all wouldn't fuck with him. Of course, bro. You already know, man. That's how everybody is. All right. Tips on bulking. Eat. Just eat, bro. Eat at maintenance. Eat high protein. Stay consistent. It's going to take time. No, cheat meals are going to confuse you mentally. I mean, if you're having cheat meals once every 2 months once a month and you're maintaining, that's like it is what it is because you're maintaining. It's not a big deal. But if you're cutting, then you literally can't lose fat having cheat meals on the weekend because it's going to offset all your progress during the week. 6 foot 242 from 264. How do I get enough protein in cheaply? I mean, I don't know how much protein you're trying to get in, but you should be getting like 0.8 to 1 gram per pound lean body mass unless you're a bodybuilder or some shit like that. So that should be around like 160 to 180, which is not a lot of protein. Just eat eggs, ground beef, ground turkey, chicken breast, tuna, just a simple shit. Greek yogurt, that simple stuff, and you're good. You can do some protein supplements too, like some protein shakes and protein chips and shit. It's really that simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. But don't do the like trying to eat 300 grams of protein and shit. That's just overkill. Nobody lasts doing that shit, which is exactly why it's overkill. All right, so cheat meals aren't good overall. Yeah. How to adapt the winning mindset? I mean, lock in and start winning, bro. Literally that simple. That simple. Yeah, I'm cutting, been stuck at 160, went to 164, now back at 162, goes 156, feels. See, like I said, bro, what I would do what I'll do for you, and every time you gain weight, it's just water weight. That's the thing. You're focusing on weight. You're focusing on weight right now instead of fat loss, like I said, and muscle. That's number one. Number two, you're also looking at food as a reward, not as fuel. I work night shift, graveyard shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Can I still make progress? Yeah, bro. That's what I was doing when I made my transformation, where I was working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It doesn't affect anything. It literally doesn't. Maybe you have to get adjusted to sleep. People are going to say, oh, according to science, it affects your, what are they going to say, your circadian rhythm. Yeah, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you're still going to fucking lose fat. Just think about 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. as 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's it. That's simple. And then make sure that you're eating in a deficit after 24 hours. And then when you extrapolate it over the 7 days, make sure that you're in a calorie deficit average per day. It's literally that simple. People overcomplicate it and make up all these rules and be like, my hormones are different overnight. No, the fuck they're not. You'll be fine. Peace out.